Hi there, Julie Riley here. Chefs of the Future is my company, a cooking school that comes to you. Today we're going to be decorating flower cookies. I like to call this Blossom into Spring with flowers. So, thank you Floral Park Library for sponsoring the video. And those of you that have the kit, we're going to open it up. On the top, it has a little picture of what we're going to be doing. And we kind of want to dig down to the bottom of the, take out some things. Be careful with the cookies. Put them gently, take them out and put them to the side, very gently. We want to get down to the piece of parchment paper that's on the bottom right here and put that out as placemat. So when we go to clean up, everything's just right on the placemat, easy cleanup. Because this one does get a little messy. So why don't you go ahead and get some either baby wipes or just a damp kitchen towel I always like to have by my side. And I also like to have a dry paper towel by my side also. For when things might go astray or whatever. Alrighty, so in your kit you have some icing bags and you have some icing cups. Yes. And you have some sprinkles. So take them out and put them to the side a little. Oh, and a few little M&Ms. So you see this, we just pull this like this and it opens it up. You could put them in a cup or just off to the side. And of course, my business card. Don't forget to text cooking to 22828. Join my email list. Give you lots of new things coming up. For the spring, we have little bird's nests made out of pretzels. So you go there and check that out. You're already on my YouTube channel, so just, if you kindly just hit that little subscribe button. I hear that it's a good thing for me, and it'll be a good thing for you too, because then you'll see when I have new videos coming out. Like last night, I just posted the brownie video. Wow, I don't think I'm ever going to buy brownies in a box again. Okay, here's my little popsicle sticks. So you really don't have to use any tools from your house. That's to spread the icing, and a little toothpick to help make designs. Now we're going to gently open up our cookies. So I want you to use a scissor. I want you to be very careful because cookies break. They're very fragile. But if they do break, never fear. I will show you how to fix them. All right. Especially since we're putting icing on them. And they're all going to the same place anyway. In my belly. All right. Open that up. That one opened easily. But if it's giving you a hard time, just definitely use a pair of scissors. Okay. All right. And here I just broke a cookie on purpose just to show you how to fix it. All right, here we go. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fix that broken cookie if you do have a broken cookie. I'm going to fix it with yellow icing. So I'm going to open up my icing. And when I do open it up, if it's separated or if it's a little crusty on top, I'm just going to give it a nice mix. Mix that up. Get it nice and smooth. If you picked up your kit and it sat for a day, it might separate, or even a couple of days. This icing stays good for about a week. It could stay as long as you have it sealed. Alright, so I have my yellow icing and I have my broken cookie. I'm just going to put some of the icing on the cracked part. There we go. And kind of press it back together gently on my parchment paper. Just like that. Wipe off my stick. And just gently go like that. And then put it to the side and don't touch it. Alright, so put it in a safe spot. Excellent. We're not going to open up our pastry bags yet. So I'm just going to try to show you a few little designs. Alrighty, I'm going to start with, alright, I have the yellow out. So I'm going to make the base of this one yellow. I just basically pull the icing from the center outward. You know what I'm going to, we've been doing this with these cookies, just with the popsicle sticks. The next one I'm going to show you with a pastry bag. So I'm going to kind of make mine come to like little points at the end. And that's the easy way for the younger children to do it. And this will kind of smooth out on its own. I'm just going to put that to the side for now. Let it get a little bit dried. For the older children, what you can do is, I guess I'll take a tulip this time. Take your pastry bag. You're not going to cut, oh, the pastry bag too. You might have to knead it a little bit. Just gently press your fingers. If this got a little hard at the tip, you want to just massage it a little bit so that it all gets worked in. And if you see streaks of like darker colors, that means that it's separated. So you want to just massage that a little bit more, and you want to do that before you cut the bag open. And I will show you how to cut the bag open. We want to make a small tip. We don't want to make a big hole because we want to decorate with it. So here I'm going to snip off the tip, and I'm going to make an outline all around the outline of the cookie. Oopsie, this is a little wet. When you use your pastry bag, do not drag it on the cookie. Hold it a little above. And you really don't have to squeeze it that hard. It's just going to start coming out. You want to keep one motion going all the way around. Just kind of slid off the cookie on this part here. And that's what I did. I just made like a little outline on the cookie. Then if I want to go back and fill it, I can. This way, the whole thing gets covered. Otherwise, you just use the technique just with the popsicle stick. When you fill this in, you're just going to push out a little bit. You don't go right to the edge with it. You just dab down and the icing will fill in. So you go from inside and push it outward. I'm just drawing this down the cookie. So I'm not running into that line there. So I took notice that in my pastry bag yellow is very thin. Go back for a little bit more. So I start from the middle and I just push it out. And I don't go all the way to I stop before I even hit that line. I don't know if you can see it there. See, so this I just from back here I push it forward. And that makes it a little neater to get a straighter edge around the outside. Well, You're not supposed to be picking it up in your hands. I'm just picking it up to show you. All right, and I'm going to let that dry a little bit. Next, I'm going to show you, I saw a really interesting one where they just, if you don't like a lot of frosting, you don't have to have a lot of frosting. Here's this one. So you could just start with your cookie, and I'm gonna cut open my pink. I'm going to, this time when I'm gonna start from the middle, and I'm not gonna do the edges. I'm gonna come and make like a petal leaf like that. And then I'm gonna do the same all the way around. You could go do a figure 8. So here's the figure 8. You start in the middle, come around, go across the middle. Just like that. And now I'm going to take my next color. I have a feeling the orange is going to be a little loose. I guess I'm going to do yellow. So the yellow, I'm going to start right at this point here. And now I am going to trace around the edges. But I'm going to go into the center of the cookie. Oh yeah, I squeezed a little too hard. That's all right. This is very loose, this yellow. Wipe your hands in between. And then I'm going to put some orange in the center as an orange dot. And you could introduce another color by putting an M&M in the center. So that's one without a lot of icing. I'm going to go next and do an orange base. And I did have a lot of mess over here, so I'm just going to wipe it up. So I'm going to use my popsicle stick. Just going to frost this orange. And I am going to come out to the edges. I'll show you what I'm going to do with this. And I'm going to frost the edge, just of one side of it, I'm going to frost the edge. And then I'm going to take my sprinkles. I think I have some, whatever color sprinkles I gave you. And I'm going to spread them out on a little dish on the side. And then I'm going to take my cookie and dip the wet icing into the sprinkles. So I want to make sure that I have enough icing on the edge of the cookie, because that's what's, I want the sprinkles to get stuck there. And then they kind of come to the top, and that's going to make like a little border on it. Alright, and I'm going to go and do the top part. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to dip those. And this, I'm going to take the dry side of the popsicle stick, because I do want to make it look like the tulip has the peaks in it, right? And the little valleys. Now for this last side, I really should let it dry before I do it, because otherwise it's going to be very messy. Alright, and I got a little bit, when I just did that, I got a little bit of purple sprinkles on my cookie. So I just take my toothpick and just push it to the side. Alright. So that was cute, just that in itself. And then I'm going to take some pink. And I'm going to make a little outline right next to the purple sprinkles. The shape. Up, down, up, down, up. And then this is, come this way. Dry. Okay, I'm going to take another tulip and show you how I did this. So there's a couple of things you can do. One was, I just did this, the petal's a little too big. So what you do is you go around the outside. I'm going to come up here and then come down, because that's a petal of a tulip. And I'm going to do the same thing for this side, up and down, and then I'm just going to make this peek up and down like that. If you want to add some accents, you could. Like that. And that just looks good like that. Let's see. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. That is that. I think that's what I'm going to do with that. Just plain and simple. This yellow one is almost dry. And I am going to put a M&M in the middle. And I am going to outline it again with pink. And this time I didn't go into the center, I just did it just around the outside. And I'm going to give this one some polka dots. Maybe some orange polka dots. The orange is very liquidy, so I'm just going to do drops. There you go. Alright, this one I'm going to go around the outside with the yellow. Actually, I'm going to try something. I'm going to go to the center. Nice. So I did the outline all the way around. I'm going to take some sanding sugar. I'm going to put the sanding sugar on a plate like I did before with the regular sprinkles. I want to make sure it's as big as my flower is. And then I'm just going to take it and turn it upside down and dip it into the sanding sugar. Interesting. So it made the outsides like that, and now I'm going to go back, and I'm not going to touch my tip against the cookie, but I'm going to fill in the leaves, the petals, I'm sorry. So that look like that. And then I'm going to take the pink. Actually, orange is complementary color. I'm still going to do the pink. I'm going to make a big circle in the middle, but leaving some of the blue. Alright, if I want to put an M&M in the middle of that one, I could. I think I'll go with yellow. And there you go. I'll leave it to dry. I think I'll do a pink background. This one was hard on the top. I'm making sure that I mix it and mix it and mix it. I'm just going to pour some in the center. And again, from the inside, I just push it outward. Now you can get as intricate as you like or as simple as you like. So you see how I'm just pulling it enough, but I'm leaving some cookie showing. And then I'm just going to dab it a little bit, trying to even it just a little, but as you can see, the icing flattens out once it sits. And that's what happened to my other ones. My polka dot one, it kind of spread. So I think I'm going to go back and fill it in with the orange. It's like if you don't like what happened, you could just paint over it, right? With the icing. And that's what I did do, like that. Okay. I like that pink and orange together a lot. So the pink one I cut this, the hole was smaller, so to make my little polka dots, it came out better. So here's the pink flower. Start in the middle. I'm going to make figure eights every other petal. Alright, there it is. And that is just good in itself. Something in the middle, perhaps? A little dot of yellow in the middle. I like 3-color cookies. So that worked out. Those other icings I was using weren't thick enough. Alright, so I think I'll do another one like this. Oh, these are more like chrysanthemums. So I will do a yellow base. Okay. And yellow and I did yellow pink. I'm going to do yellow orange. So there's points at the end of each one. So I'm going to go from the points. I'm just going to pull down. I don't know if there's enough of a contrast. Can you guys hear that bird in my yard? So precious and sweet. I'm going to do a pink dot in the center. And then I'm going to go little pink lines, very short ones. One in and one out. guess less is more, right? The less you do to the cookie, the prettier it looks. You could always go online and get incentives online. Yellow dot in the middle of this pink. Yeah, it's just pretty. We didn't do any swirlies yet. Maybe I'll do that on the last cookie, right? Love to do those swirlies. Alright, so I'm gonna do what base? Orange base. Okay. I'm gonna do this liquidy orange base. Fantastic. Let's put some yellow drops on it and some pink drops on it. And of course that would just be a cute enough cookie on its own. And then you're just going to take your toothpick and just swirl that around. Make it marbleized. I think I put too much orange. Alright, I'll have to put a little more yellow in there. Seems like it needs more yellow. You don't want to do it so that it all turns one color. But you just make it marbleized. Okay, that one's going to be interesting. And then you could just do one with sprinkles if you want. I think I will. Pink. I think after it dries, could do more to it, but I think I kind of like that. It kind of looks like outer space. All right, my friends, so with love and creativity, thank you for joining me today. And my new thing is, yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery. So let's just make today sweet. Thank you. Oh, don't forget to send me pictures. Post them. Oh, Julie at chefsofthefuture.com. Website, Chefs of the Future, Facebook and Instagram at Chefs of the Future, and you already have my YouTube, which is Julie A. Riley, youtube.com. Thank you.